Hey, welcome to this tutorial from Studio D Concepts. In this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to remove some acne. Alright, first I'm going to do is just pull this image into Photoshop. And as you can see here, we've got a lot of blemishes to get rid of. But it's going to be a little bit easier than you would think. First thing I'm going to do is take the lock off of this layer and multiply it just one time, just so I have a second one, just in case. The first thing I'm going to do to this image is add a surface blur. I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, Surface Blur. Now I already have it set to an optimal setting, threshold of 18, radius of 100 pixels. It's all going to depend on the picture that you have. Don't worry about how it distorts the picture, as far as her hair and the background back there. We'll take care of that later on. You can play with it a little bit. Maybe something might work for you, depending on what type of photo you have. I'm going to stick with the radius of 100 and the threshold of 18. I'm going to hit OK. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the patch tool to get rid of these few blemishes down here that the surface blur couldn't get rid of. I'm going to select the patch tool that's here under the spot healing brush tool, and just going to draw a little oval around this spot here and click inside of it, and then I'm going to move it to a spot that looks okay. You hit Control D to deselect. Get rid of this one here. Pretty much just going to want to move this next to wherever you select. By doing that, you ensure that you get a similar color that you want, because you don't want to go up here, grab it, that just looks off. So I'm just going to stick to something next to it, and just keep doing that. Get rid of this last one here. Alright, that looks pretty good. Next thing you can do is add the clone stamp tool. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with that. When you use this tool, it's got a little trick to it you have to get used to. You hold Alt, or I don't know what that's called on a Mac, but hold Alt, you click in a certain spot, and then wherever you click away from there is where you're going to start to smudge. Alright, so you kind of want to stay close to it. You can, if you have the newer Photoshop CS4, I don't believe the first one had this, but you could, it actually gives you a preview of what's going to go in that spot before you actually do it, so I can get rid of a lot of this. Sometimes you may need to readjust the tool by just clicking up there and clicking Alt. You can also hold it down, do like that too, like that. Alright, now for the sake of a shorter tutorial, I'm not gonna mess around with this area here. Alright, maybe I should. That's pretty much as you can do within just a few minutes. But if you keep playing around with it, you can make it look pretty good. One other thing you need to do to this picture, because we did that surface blur, it kind of screwed up everything around her hair, around the background, and there's some little red around her nose, some discoloration. For that, I'm going to grab the history brush tool. I'm going to pick a big brush, go about 288, 300, somewhere around there, and just start going around the parts that I know don't have any acne. Go around the eyes, get that off the nose there, the upper lip, under the chin, especially this hair here, the ear. Alright, that looks pretty good. And also too, since I have that bottom layer saved, we could do a little before and after there. Looks pretty good. Alright, this has been a tutorial about Studio D concepts. Thank you.